Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be making a delicious lemon cake that melts in your mouth. It's not dry at all and you literally need to try this recipe out. Let's get started. The first thing we're gonna need is 3 cups of flour. As you can see here, I'm using a big bowl because unfortunately my small bowls only hold 1.5 cups to 2 cups. Now, and all the ingredients and their measurements will be in the description box down below. We're gonna add to it 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 cup of butter, softened. We need 1 cup of softened butter. And we're also going to need 2 cups of sugar. And 1 teaspoon of salt with 3 eggs. And now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon zest and 1/4 of a cup of lemon juice. And we're also going to need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 cup of milk. I'm using full fat milk, but you can use whatever milk you like. Full fat just gives a better result. You're also going to need another 1/2 cup of sugar, that's for something separate, and another 1/4 cup of lemon juice, which is also for something separate. Now, you're going to need 2 cups of powdered sugar for the glaze and 3 tablespoons of lemon juice also for the glaze. Now, I know that there are a lot of ingredients on this ingredients list, but trust the process is going to turn out amazing. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to grab a big bowl, combine the flour and the baking powder, and mix them very, very well. You want to make sure that the baking powder is fully incorporated into the flour. And then in a stand mixer, you can also use a hand mixer for this, or you can do it by hand, but it's going to be a little bit of a workout. Now, in the stand mixer bowl, you're going to add 1 cup of butter, and you're going to add the 2 cups of sugar with the 1 teaspoon of salt. You're going to close the mixer and beat it from low to high, slowly graduating from low to high until it becomes a very creamy, kind of pebbly mixture. You see here, it's kind of, separated, but it's also very creamy, as you can see. It's going to be kind of tough because the amount of sugar we're using is a lot. So as you can see, it's kind of tough, but that's how you want it. You're going to keep mixing it until it becomes kind of smooth, but also it still clumps up. But it's still kind of sticky. It's a weird mixture, but trust the process. I'm just going to keep mixing and scraping down the whisk, mixing and scraping down the whisk until it all gathers up on the whisk. And then we're going to add the 3 eggs one by one, mixing between each adding. Now, as you can see here, I had to actually remove the butter from the whisk so that I can actually mix the eggs in. But now, as you can see, the mixture is starting to get very smooth, and you're going to add 1 egg at a time, mixing very thoroughly in between. I know this is kind of a complicated recipe, but trust me, it looks complicated, but it's not that complicated, and the verdict of it is amazing. And now we're going to add the last egg, mixing very thoroughly, making sure that it's fully incorporated, and you're going to get a very, very creamy mixture. It's going to be creamy and it's like this light yellow color. And then we're going to add to that the 2 tablespoons of lemon zest and the 1/4 cup of lemon juice. And we're also going to add the 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, closing the stand mixer and blending it up. As I said, you could do this with a hand mixer or with a whisk, but it's going to be a big workout with the whisk by hand. But the stand mixer really helps, and the hand mixer will be very helpful too. Now, we're going to remove the bowl. Here's my hand getting deformed for some reason. And as you can see, it's very smooth, very creamy. And now we're going to add to it 1/2 of the flour mixture You're going to add to it half and fold it in. You don't want to mix it up. You want to fold it in, which is basically going under, over, and turn until, you know, it mixes in super well. I had my friend help me with this one because it was pretty tiring. You just mix it up until it's, you know, mixed up. You fold it because we don't want to lose any air that's in the butter. And now we're going to add the 1 cup of milk. And you're going to also fold this up. Milk is going to take a little bit of time to get mixed into it, but it's going to look great at the end. And we're going to add the other half of butter. I'm sorry, God. We're going to add the other half of flour. Now, again, you're going to alternate between the flour and the milk, starting and ending with flour. And that's literally basically it. You're just going to transfer it into a floured baking tin and you're going to bake this. As you can see, it was getting really smooth and really satisfying, so I just had to play with it for a little bit. You don't want to play with it a lot though. And you're going to bake the cake at 180 degrees Celsius for 45 to 50 minutes depending on the power of your oven. Now, you're going to add the other half cup of sugar and the other quarter cup of lemon juice in a separate bowl. And you're going to mix it very well and microwave it for 1 minute. And then as it, you know, microwaves, it's going to be very liquidy. As you can see, it's going to get really hot. And you want to mix it up one more time, making sure that there are no crystal sugars have formed on top, making sure to mix everything in very well, making sure that all the sugar is melted. Now, after 15 minutes in the oven, we took the cake out, and here's my friend helping me. We're going to poke holes through the cake right after it's out of the oven. Poke a lot of holes through the cake, and we're going to add this lemon juice and sugar mixture to it. And then you're going to, you know, let it soak up that mixture. Now, we are making the glaze. You're going to add the half cup of sugar, the 2 cups of powdered sugar and the 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. As you can see, it wasn't really working that well because the lemon juice was a little amount. And as you can see, it bent my whisk. It literally deformed my whisk. It was very tough. And so I added a 1 to 2 tablespoons of milk and started mixing it again one more time, which made it become a lot softer. As you can see here, I'm adding the milk. It made the glaze a lot softer and a lot more edible, and it didn't bend my whisk. Thank God. And we're gonna mix it up. Make sure it's super well mixed. It's still gonna be very thick, which is what you want. After you make the glaze, and after it looks amazing, as you can see here, it's very, you know, very glazy. You're gonna grab the cake and you're going to add the glaze on top. It is going to take a lot of time to droop from the bowl because it is a very thick glaze. As you can see here, I resorted to using a spatula because just letting it flow down was too much time. I just got the spatula, made it all go down, and I spread it out evenly with the spatula. And oh my God, I cannot even tell you how good this cake was. As you can see me right here, just spreading out the glaze, making sure it's on every single edge. It was amazing. Like, guys, this cake was incredible. It was so delicious, and you just need to try this recipe out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked this recipe, be sure to subscribe, like, and share the video. Don't forget to comment down below if you have any other recipe suggestions, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Kitchenetic Official. Bye bye.